What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Succession, Season 1, HBO series that I heard about from the Slash Filmcast. First Devindra recommended it. Then David Chen started a recap show called The Sweet Smell of Succession, which I'm going to talk about in tomorrow's episode. But those two things got me inspired enough to check the show out myself. Looked interesting, although, watching a drama of like rich people life, is kind of in a time where it's, I don't know if that's what I want to see. Like, there was a movie that came out that was not very good about a queen, The Favorite, which was just like, oh, I'm the queen and life is so hard, woe is me. It's like, okay, overrated movie. But anyway, so coming into this, it took me some time. But watch Season 1 and following Season 2, which I'll talk about that when it wraps up. But Season 1 of the show, you're introduced to the Roy family, who is kind of an amalgamation of a lot of different kind of wealthy families. One of being which the Murdoch family, owning the Fox News organization, but this family owns news outlets. They own theme parks. They own a bunch of different things in entertainment, movie production, things like that. But the show like touches and brings in things that are like from the news, from reality, as far as, the different problems that wealthy families come up against. It's really a show showing you the life of what it's like to be wealthy, to be like billionaire wealthy, not even just like new money wealthy or anything like that. But like what it's like to be part of a family that generationally hasn't had to worry about money ever, barely worries about breaking the law, like just the life, the lifestyle you can have with that kind of money is completely foreign to the majority of humans on this planet. Like the kind of lifestyle you have to just survive as a normal person, whether you're a poor person, you're middle class, even if you're quote unquote rich. Most quote unquote rich people aren't living at this level of this family. And none of the characters are likable. I mean, there are some likable characters, generally people that aren't involved directly with the family. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing of the show that makes it palatable. That like, okay, I'll watch it, because like everybody kind of sucks. You're watching these people who are sharks, kind of feeding on each other. Because in the first episode, the father of the family gets ill. He has, I think it's a stroke. He has a stroke while they're on this family outing. Just take a few helicopters out somewhere and have this kind of family baseball game or whatever, and then just kind of doing your business. And it's just kind of it's just interesting. It's almost like Planet Earth, like how interesting Planet Earth is to see, like, oh, that's how prairie dogs actually live. Oh, that's what it looks like for a plant to grow. It's like that, but like, oh, this is what it's like to be a billionaire. Like, this is how easy it is to like make you, when you have like just infinite bank accounts, and then a cell phone, and like you kind of, everybody else handles the logistics of life for you. So all you have to do is just like, it's amazing. It almost relaxes me to see just how stupid the stresses are. I mean, they're all self-imposed stresses, but it's like all of the things that stress me out on a day-to-day basis because I'm broke as shit and barely making ends meet. Technically not affording the lifestyle that I'm living, but living it anyway, which is not a fabulous lifestyle by any means. But to see how effortless it is for these people, and yet they still have minor stresses. Like I don't know. I enjoy the show. It almost also is similar to almost a modern day Game of Thrones, where you see a lot of similar politics from Game of Thrones within like the Lannisters, let's say. But it's more of a modern day take on it with modern day references to things that actually happened to like instead of it being about like Fox specifically, they're able to kind of add and like braid in like all these thick storylines and kind of interesting tidbits of things that are going on currently in our world. It is definitely a synthesized kind of realization of what the wealthy people of this world are doing to people, and how little this also shows how little thought goes into the actual people, the actual normie norms of the world. When these people, all their decisions are made on ego and money. Like none of it's like for charitable. But you have some of the characters like Shiv. She seems to be more definitely compared to the family, just a bleeding heart liberal compared to the family. But there's moments where she's working on a campaign where you find out that she's like, more to the hardcore liberal. She seems more. You can see the kind of the conservative values kind of come out in that kind of sense of humor that comes from being superior and having like different kind of privilege, the privilege that only being a white billionaire in the U.S. could afford you, to kind of, be insulated to the fact where the humor you have is offensive and is funny to people that aren't in the company of a bigger variety of humans. But yeah, Shiv is great. Roman's great. He's the Kieran Culkin, which he plays kind of the loser brother that just kind of wants the job. Kendall is the older brother who tries to take over the business multiple times. Like his arc through the first season is crazy. Where it ends with him, it's just like, and now in the second season, it's just like a complete like you get to see him ruin his life in the first season, and now he's basically a slave to his dad. But you also get to see Royco as it like acquires different properties and kind of go through different kind of adjustments as a media company into the newer age. I mean, as far as like if you were to take all of the plot lines of the reality that we're living in, or take all of the headlines of things that are happening and you embed those into the show with great writing and great acting, that's the Succession. It's really good. And the second season, which I'll talk about, I'll recap when it's over, definitely is, kind of swings back in a way that's very interesting. In season 1, there's a scene where they go to like this private party that's, they have to go through tunnels. It's like the ultimate speakeasy wealthy party where it's like nobody would even know how to get there. You're not accidentally going to find this place, and like anything goes in this kind of like multi-roomed underground pleasure, kind of like a Eyes Wide Shut scenario mixed with just anything. It's just really interesting, and you get to see it from the point of view one of the characters who's like a cousin who fucks up working at one of the theme parks that's owned by the family. He gets like injected into this family, and he has like legit. He's like an everyday person, and you kind of see how this family kind of indoctrinates him in a lot of ways over the course of the show. But I really enjoy the show. It's a lot of fun, and not fun, but it's very interesting, and I kind of like the complexity of everybody playing off of each other. But that's it. Succession season 1. Check it out on HBO. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my original artwork over at inspireddisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Find me on all social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.